like, hey, this is what it would be like fighting my dad. And, an 18-year-old versus a 30-something, it's very close, very, very close.
And I also wonder from the 31-year-old's perspective, if you're Ryan Peña, like, what are you thinking? Like, I got this 18-year-old, his pace is going to be crazy, but I know I'm going to be stronger.
So I think that depends on the age. 31 is like prime male athletic time, so I don't think he'll mind.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Ryan Peña to the red corner.
Ryan Peña also making his debut, as we mentioned, 31 years old. This is going to be interesting. He has trained at the UFC Performance Institute at Factory X, so has a lot of support behind him.
Yeah, I'd say he's got Jonathan Martinez in his corner, and if he's even a fraction of the skill as his coach, I think we're in for a fun debuting fight.
Yeah, if you frequent Vegas and you're at the PI, you'll see the opportunities that the teammates of the fighters or those big camps like Factory X, they get to go and they get to train with them. They get to help their partners warm up. They get to do that. They get to soak in that experience of training where the big guys train. And I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. You can see it on their face. You can see how proud they are to be there, and that's probably the case with Peña also.
Yeah, Peña also rocking some pretty seasoned cauliflower here, despite being 0-0. I'm sure he's got a wealth of martial arts in his lifetime.
He's also a former Marine, but once a Marine, always a Marine, so served in the military as well. He's a proud father to a son, wants to be a great role model for his son, and what better way than to make your debut?
You got to beat up an 18-year-old.
Yeah, I'll tell you, boys, on paper, I think the 31-year-old's got the advantage here. We were talking about, do they want to fight the youngster? I think in this case, do the youngster want to fight the Marine? And we'll find out in just a few moments. But again, we've learned never ever count anyone out in this cage.
I got to tell you, on my third, I got a fight that was, when I was fighting, I had a fight scheduled against a teenager. I was 35 years old, and the fight ended up not happening. That teenager, Evan Cutts.
Whoa!
Oh, my. Okay.
Oh, wow. All right, both fighters are in. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124.2 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, tonight he makes his amateur debut. This is Bernabe Acosta. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 125 pounds. Fighting out of Plainview, Texas, tonight he too makes his amateur debut. This is Ryan Peña. Your referee in charge of the action, Steve Armstrong.
All right, Steve Armstrong getting his first action of the night. Second fight for us here on our prelims broadcast for Fury FC 101.
Man, that Penal's a big flyweight.
Yeah, he is. And even at 31, both these guys' age combined is not the age of the referee. He's still older.
Acosta coming out hot, landed a nice high kick.
Really being aggressive here, both fighters. And for Peña, a chance to showcase what he's been working on, training at some great facilities. Man, Acosta's not backing down at all.
No, man, it's super measured on when he throws, and he's throwing hard. Tagged by left hand, but moves well out of the way.
Acosta's hands look good. He looks like he's trying to throw a lot of kicks here. Maybe trying to prove a point to those Factory X guys that he can throw some kicks too.
Yeah, he can track really well. He keeps his feet right underneath him right before he launches big punches. He kind of like feints his way in. It's interesting. Strong skill set for such a youngster. Switches his stance now to southpaw.
That's going to hurt. Acosta kind of reminds me of Drake Lopez from San Antonio. That style is like I think a little bit more measured than Drake. Drake just goes in and figures it out later.
Drake got a couple KOs to his pro record. Quick ones.
Oh,
Acosta trying to get the same success. He's looking for the big shots. Just curious if we'd see Peña go for the takedown and use his size advantage. So Acosta's get-up abilities here. He's got to not expose his back much on this get-up. Did a good job framing, staying on his side, not getting flattened out, not turning his back all the way.
Peña did a good job of grabbing that wrist on his plant hand so he couldn't get up. Pushed him up against the fence a little bit more, and then Acosta ended up using it.
Good timing on the underhook there from Acosta. He's got a nice, good job Peña not throwing those knees to the head. That's not allowed for the amateurs. Good fight IQ there from Acosta. I'm sorry, from Peña.
knees were heavy though. 30 seconds left in round one.
It's a great fight.
And for two debut guys, this is so much fun. Could have been a statement there for round one for Peña.
Good scramble there. Good, great work from both guys. One is a wrap.
Yeah, good hands from Acosta. Good all-around game from Ryan Peña. I mean, this is a good debut.
I'll tell you, despite the size and even perhaps athletic difference, Acosta did a good job dealing with the takedowns and the pressure of Peña.
Yeah, and he took those shots well, and you saw when he throw those combinations, he would change angles when he stopped punching. I mean, very, very good technical striker there from Burnaby Acosta. His spatial awareness could probably use a little bit of work there, but then he let Peña get in on his hips just a little bit after a combination. But man, just small adjustments. I mean, that can be fixed in the corner. Very entertaining first round.
All right, let's see what adjustments were made for round two. And the biggest thing is how the fighters execute those adjustments in their first fight ever. Both of them.
Oh, man. Really good sit down on the punch there from Acosta.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see this. Acosta, trying to do some fence work there.
So I think what happened is he committed so hard on that big bomb of right hand that they clashed. And to not be behind in the clinch game, I think he just went for the underhooks. Bit of a
first cup check. Yeah,
Acosta knew it too once it landed. He backed off. He knew he made a mistake.
I think Acosta was trying to tell him he didn't think he hit him in the cup. Looked pretty obvious, but maybe I'm wrong.
Good left hand. From Peña.
Oh, man.
Good fake kick and go straight left hand.
Acosta doing the right thing. Backing up, but never letting his back get to the cage.
Oh, good right hand.
He's out. Beautiful right hand. Body kick.
Man, both fighters have connected with some powerful punches.
Outside trip attempt there from Peña. Don't see those that often in MMA.
Oh, nice shuck down to the guillotine. Acosta doing a good job of trying to wrestle out of this. I actually like that defense. Pull the choking arm in tighter and then try to roll your head and shoulder around it.
Oh,
man.
Good body work there again from Peña. He's tacking that body a lot.
Yeah, Peña was in a little rhythm there. He was starting to land pretty regularly there in about a 7 or 8 punch combination.
And even after that combo, Michael, Burnaby never backed down. He was right back in Peña's face.
Rifling off big 1-2s. Nice. Lands well there.
Man, I'm so impressed with both of these fighters. But for this 18-year-old, there's a bright future ahead.
Yeah, made a fan out of me already.
Now, you probably see this a lot. I mean, no telling how long Acosta's been training. You probably see this a lot. I know Joe Hendershot and some other guys in your gym, you've had them since they were, 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing them as absolute killers inside the cage. What's that like as a coach?
Man, it's awesome. You don't know. You have high expectations, but you never know until they get in there. Man, I've never once been disappointed by my crew.
Under 20 seconds left.
I'm sure Acosta's coaches feel the same way because he is performing very well against a very tall order.
By the way, your fighter Josh Thomas on the main event in our feature fight of the night, taking on Kevin Rosas. It's going to be on UFC Fight Pass. 10 seconds now. Forgot we had the cup check, so our clock was off.
Ooh, nice head movement there from Acosta.
Man.
Look at that, last 10 seconds.
Man, there's a case that Acosta stole that round.
Yeah.
I mean, that was close.
Yeah,
And he finished very strong.
Yeah, I think Acosta could have easily won that round. And both rounds are fairly close, but...
And Acosta, he didn't sit down. He was talking to the ref, clarifying some rules.
Yeah. Also trying to still plead his case, and he don't think he cup checked him. Maybe we'll get a replay here and see if it happened. Nice body shot there from Peña.
Yeah, Peña started the round really well, but Acosta finished the round really well.
Man, Acosta doing a good job of adjusting his combinations as they're happening.
Yeah.
He sees the head movement of Peña, and he's adjusting that. He's throwing the jab. He's adjusting that number 2 based on the head movement, and man, he's landing a lot. Nice combinations there.
All right, final round. Second fight of the night for us.
That's good body work there. That knee did a little damage. First time we've seen Acosta take a couple steps back.
And Peña with a hammer fist there to finish that combination.
Acosta's talking to him. Oof.
And even after that knee and those follow-up punches, Burnaby, oh man, looked like a Diaz brother. He did the short shrug. Mouthpiece comes out.
That's the second time Peña's turned his back. When he got kneed, he turned around. Then when he dropped his mouthpiece, he went to go grab him. He's got to be careful. Because until the ref says stop, I mean, Acosta could try to catch a sneaky punch from the rear side.
Big looping left there from Peña.
Oh, that slap with a body kick was actually not as effective as the ones that you don't really hear that loud. The thud is much, much worse. You can kick someone in the right side and it'll hurt their left rib.
Can't tell right now, but looks like Burnaby has a few scratches on his back. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see this, but maybe it's just the way the blood was splattered or what, but it looked like deep scratches.
Man, maybe we need to go in here and feel around the edge of this cage and see what's happening.
I'll tell you, that those cages are rough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so stiff. Even in the training room, those cages are used every day, so they get really kind of worn in and almost like loose. Yeah, he's talking about the reinforced knees. I'll tell you, Peña has been right on the border. Haven't seen any blatant fouls, but he's navigated around with a good left hand. That's been the best strike of Peña so far.
Under 1 minute left in this fight.
competitive fight here for two amateur debuts here. Both showing a lot of skill, both showing great striking.
See, that knee would have been fine to the head because he let the clinch go right before he threw it, because they were exiting. Not a lot of time left. Do you think Peña is up a bit with the strike count in this third round?
Yeah, Acosta slowed down pretty significantly here in the third round.
That might have just done it there for round 3 for Peña.
Great fight from these guys.
Bright future for both of these fighters. We'll see how the judges scored in this one.
Yeah, very competitive fight. Both these guys are going to come out of this fight way better than they were coming in because they experienced a little bit of everything here. Acosta at 18 years old, big upside here. Even if he ends up losing this fight, man, it's just he's very, very good in here against this is a kid that's barely out of high school if he is out of high school, and against a grown man, and went in there and put it on him, especially in the second round. I think Acosta won the second round. I think this probably would be a 29-28 for Peña, but man, very competitive fight.
Yeah. I'd like to see Acosta get matched up with another young blood 125er, and let him scrap it out. And yeah, Peña, bringing his crew in from Colorado. It's a dangerous group with the skill set to back it up. Really fun amateur fight. Very different from our first fight of the night, too. You can see these guys, despite being debuting fighters, had a real strong skill set. Good fight IQ.
Yeah, Acosta reminds me of Cameron Smotherman whenever he was at that stage. Cameron was, basically no ground game. You could see that he could get up really well, and he's had really good hands. The difference is Cameron had that big knockout power, is that he could put people's lights out. And I think that'll develop as Acosta gets a little bigger and stronger.
To his credit, he went for it.
Yeah, he did.
Punches, so. All right, let's see how the judges scored this one. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Space City Collective. With scores of 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, Ryan Peña.
Congratulations to Ryan Peña picking up that coveted first win as a fighter. Making that debut. Both of these fighters, can't wait to see them back inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. What a way to get us going. That was a blast. And we'll keep things moving and meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Max Soul.
Max Soul. SFS